Welcome back to Keiko Talks. I'm excited about tonight's episodes where we will be playing We're Not Really Strangers. It's a card game that I really enjoy playing and allows you to get to know someone on a deeper level. The game consists of three levels: perception, connection, and reflection. Tonight's episode, we are focusing on level one, perception. So get ready to dive deep and play We're Not Really Strangers. Welcome back to another episode of Keiko Talks. So today's episode is going to be a little different. We are going to play We're Not Really Strangers. So it is a card game where you basically just get to know, maybe for friends, family, loved ones, strangers on a deeper or a different level than what you may have already known them. So this game, I first will say this is not sponsored by them, obviously. And I just really, really, really enjoy this game. So that's why we're kind of playing it. But there are three levels. There's level one, which is perception. There's level two, which is connection. And then there's level three, that is reflection. So basically what we're going to do, we're going to go back and forth asking each other questions, but we're both going to answer all of the questions. And so I'm really excited about this game. Actually, I really, 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 really like it. And you can find this game. I think Target. I'm pretty sure Target has it, and then they have a website. So We're Not Really Strangers. Definitely go get the game. It's great. So Courtney, are you excited?
Yeah, I think this is definitely going to be a. From what I know about it so far, is like already a interesting probing questions.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. I'm excited to definitely get started asking each other these questions because you and I know each other so well.
Exactly.
You're the person who shared the most of my experiences, which not everybody actually gets because we are twins. Everybody doesn't actually have that experience, like somebody who really has went through every life stage with them,
Yeah, exactly. No, 100%. That's so true.
Yeah, even people who have close siblings, it's not quite the same because you don't really have, age differences can separate different stages in your life. So.
Yeah. And even experiences. So though you may have experienced the same thing, if you're at different age points, then the experience could be very, very different. So fortunately, we are twins. And so pretty much every experience has been pretty much the same. I don't remember us ever being separate until probably middle school. Yeah. So and maybe a day or two, nothing major. And then college. So though I will say our experiences are very different. So it's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. So you want me to go first or you want to start? And we'll just go back and forth.
Well, we'll both be answering each other's questions, right?
Yeah. Yeah. But we'll only you ask your questions, I ask my question. We just go back and forth in between that, but we both answer.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
So go ahead. You lead the way.
All right. So my first question is, do you think plants thrive or die in my care? Explain.
Ooh. Actually, I've seen this, so I think plants definitely thrive in your care. And it's because you were very nurturing and caring towards other lives. I don't say non-human lives, but
wow.
Yeah, not that you're not nurturing towards humans, but I think people who are dependent on you in a almost motherly way, you're so much more nurturing to them, like small children or animals or plants. Mm-hmm. People who don't have grown adults, you have a low tolerance for, I feel like. Or just even older kids. It's because I think when you see that they're making their own choices and they're not dependent, then you're like, my job
don't want anything to do.
It's done. Yeah.
Done. So it's a solid no for me.
Yeah. And it's things that really don't talk back.
Yeah. Yeah. Things that don't talk. That's a real big seller for me.
Yeah, things that don't talk, but you can still nurture. So, and that's, plants are the same thing. Plants are always just giving, either fruit or oxygen or
exactly.
Something nice to look at. There's nothing really.
Yeah. And they might need water once. Well, I will say I've been struggling with certain plants, but my succulents, thriving.
Yeah.
Great. The plants that are hard to kill, I got you. Come to me. That I'm your, the ones that you can like water once a week, like my succulents. You only have to water them like once a week. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, do I think you kill or you thrive or die? Your plants thrive or die in your care. I'm going to go ahead and say die. Courtney is like, I'm doing me this time around. You know what I'm saying? So Courtney,
it would be because I have 85 other things that I'm like doing, and I would just
so
be
why?
like,
have you seen my house? It's like a zoo in here.
Yeah, but you set up your house like you cannot not look over your animals and your plants because there's so much there.
Exactly.
I would have like one little itty bitty plant. Like, let me just test this out, and it's dead 2 weeks later because I would forget
exactly.
about
That's
it.
what I'm saying. They would die happily.
Yeah,
they're probably better off be dead. I'm not gonna lie.
Exactly. That's why I tell people all the time, like, I'm not. I have stages to potential motherhood. It would be a plant first, then maybe an animal, and then maybe a child. Like I have not even started the plant, so like that lets you know how far removed I am from like motherhood in any way.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well. So yeah, no place for Courtney.
I have no other living being in this like in my apartment than me. I'm the only
exactly. Exactly. See.
And I'm trying to get that together. Okay.
Oh Lord, can barely hold on to that.
Yes. So yeah. No, you're right. You're absolutely correct. A plant would be dead in my care. That's why I don't get them.
Yeah.
I have a fake plant. That's it.
That is hilarious. Oh Lord. Okay. It's your turn.
Okay, so my question is what character would I play in a movie?
Okay. In a movie?
It could be also a character type. It could be an archetype if you can't think of like a specific character name.
Got it. Okay. I feel like you would play like someone that is like a strong Black woman that don't need no man. I think that's what you would play. Or I could see you being like so Tyler Perry back in the day, like the mom. The mom, and I don't know which movie that is. Well, either one, honestly, they have the same archetype. So, anyways, the mom that's I can see you being in a Tyler Perry movie, being the mom that's like, you need this. I can see it. I can see it.
Mom? Not the evil mom.
I can see you playing her too.
Oh my God.
I can see, listen, like acting wise, like I can see you getting into that character. Not like you actually like acting like that, like in real life. I can just see you like really pulling that off.
Pulling off evil, angry mom?
Yeah, I can see you doing it.
No. I didn't know you thought
that. You don't think so? You don't think so?
I mean, I guess I like to think I'm a little bit kinder than that, but I guess not.
No, I definitely do think that, but I'm just saying, like, I could see you playing that and killing it.
Well, I'm a hard ass at times. I can see that if that's what you're talking about.
Exactly. Like I can see you really like thriving in that role.
I could be very direct and very like no nonsense if I had to be.
Exactly.
I could do that. If that's I can see that. I mean that's for my I don't know if it's totally my personality, but it's a part of me I have to like. I feel like I have to have in order to like exist in like the spaces I want to exist in, like filmmaking, especially in being a woman alone for real in the world. Like I just feel like you can't be walking around ditzy. You can't be walking around just like hugging trees, hugging everybody, and trying to be kind to everybody because like people will take advantage of that. So I can see that. I mean, I think I could probably get into it.
Yeah, see, I feel like you could like really pull that role off, especially with like your no nonsense. Like I could really see you like pulling that character off. I really could.
Yeah. Okay. I can reason with that. I think my. I was thinking I would come off as like the like weird, obsessive, like nerdy scientist or like artist. Kind of
I don't see that.
You don't think I could come off like that?
I think you could play that role, but I feel like no, less likely.
I was definitely thinking like I could be like nutty professor. I mean, not like scientist, but artist, nutty like that.
I mean, maybe, but
I feel like, because like there's also a level of like submissiveness to that role, and I feel like that's less like you.
You're right. I don't submit to shit.
Exactly. Exactly. So I'm like, like you're gonna have to be some strong Black woman type of person, because there's no way.
Yeah. But I do think, well, see, I think I'm trying to get out of that era of just, I don't want to come off just as like only strong, only like, I don't want to come off vulnerable and weak either, but I also don't want to come off as like too hard either, because I don't think that's totally me either, or it shouldn't be, I guess. But
that's true.
I don't know. For now, out in these LA streets, I do gotta kind of buck up a little bit, because the home, like,
It's hard.
will be a mess. Anyway, okay.
All right.
Now, what do I think about your character?
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, my honest opinion, I think you would be. I can see you playing a strong Black woman too, although I don't think that's your first one. Like, that's not my first role. I see you being like, honestly, the person, like something in nature.
Really? Okay. I would take that,
like
honestly.
An activist of some sort. Or like the Marley and Me type, like the person, like the girl with the animals.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You know, somebody came one. It's a long story. So somebody told me that I look like I could be like a humanitarian. I was like, okay, like an animal humanitarian. I really can't disagree with that.
I don't think you. No, I mean,
I really can't.
I don't think you know, because I do think. I mean, you kind of are one halfway.
Honey,
you just in your own space. You're like, you create an environment that is like all souls, no matter what body it comes in.
Yeah,
is a part of like the ecosystem.
Mm-hmm.
And you really are very
all the animals.
Yeah, you're very attentive to the needs of like non-humans, which is nice. That's really, I mean, it's a beautiful thing, because most people look over animals as like sentient beings who need that kind of care.
Yeah.
And you're very attuned to it. Like you're telling me about Ocean's poop the other day. Like that would have slipped by me so quick.
I know. Yeah.
You gotta really like study these things. Like you really sit down and understand the habits of your animals.
Mm-hmm.
That everybody does not take the time to do, you know?
It's kind of like a kid. You have to like pay attention in order to know a lot of things.
Yeah.
But they don't talk. They don't whine. Don't get me wrong. They have like their little fits or whatever, but like in an animal way. So it's great.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I feel like it's harder though, because a kid will make noise, and usually that can indicate something's wrong. Animals are not making noise regularly. So it's like you have to observe their behavior and their patterns to even know if something is off. And a lot of people, I think, don't sit down and observe patterns of behavior.
Yeah, that's true. They're just like, oh, that pet is here kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's fair.
That's what I would see you playing, is like either some humanitarian, some activist, or somebody, I hate to say tree hugger, but like sort of.
Yeah, I honestly don't disagree with that. I feel like that's actually very fitting. So, especially with the person that I am today, can't disagree. Yeah, it is what it
or like plant mom, or like holistic something.
Yeah. Outside doing like yoga for fun. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Who would have thought? Me of all people, because the thing is, like, as a kid, I did not like animals. I really did not.
That's wild.
Yeah, it is.
Animals to the household.
Yeah, and Courtney was also, as a kid, she wanted to be a veterinarian, so it was like, it's just very strange at me, because I did not. Like, when we got our first bunny, I did not want that bunny in the house.
Well, you didn't?
Well, it wasn't that. I was just like, that's Courtney's problem. Like, I want nothing to do with that. I'm not cleaning up poop kind of thing. It wasn't that I really didn't care if he was there. It's just like, that's gross.
And then you end up being.
And then I like grew it. I was gonna say I was like the most attached. So
exactly.
Interesting. Whatever. All right. So next question is: do you think I intimidate others? Why or why not?
Ooh. I mean, it depends on who. Like, it depends on who. I think you're less intimidating probably than me, but I do think you're intimidating in a sense of like you're not you're not like lowbrow. So there's a standard.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, I think that
Yes,
can
I'm
be
correct.
intimidating to people who are okay with like lowbrow. You know, like
True.
they're not just gonna like approach you with like any type of crap.
Yeah, and you can't because
And
I will shut that
and
down.
you not call it out.
Yeah,
And also, like, I think you're very quick, especially now, to be like, well, I'm no longer dealing with you, and you'll just cut it cold turkey, and there's nothing else to say.
absolutely. I don't
I
owe you
think
an
that's,
explanation, and you don't owe me
yeah, I
one.
think
So
that can be intimidating to people. So yeah, that's what I think. And you'll just move in your own way and like figure out what you're gonna do from that point on. There's no like
yeah,
questions. That can be intimidating
no
to
need in
people who
talking. That's one thing I don't. We don't talk.
huh?
There's no need in talking. I don't do all that talking these days.
Yeah. I think that
That's
can
fair.
be
Okay.
intimidating. To people who are more used to manipulating and getting what they want, I think that's intimidating.
Very true. Very true. Yeah. See, but that's when you have an ulterior motive. So like,
Exactly. And then it's like that's why, and it's exactly why I behave this way for people like you.
exactly. Disgusting. Anyways, all right. So for you, I think others are intimidated by you. I feel like you know this, but yes. um, very like independent. I don't need anybody. I can do this myself. Don't talk to me. Don't come in my space. And which like I know the history and like the background. So like I feel like that's also very warranted in a way.
Mm-hmm.
And then like a lot of life we've ended up doing alone. So it's warranted. So
Yeah.
but yeah.
I try not to. I mean, here's the thing. Decided that like the whole idea of like someone being intimidated is like, if you're intimidated because you just want easier access to me, then absolutely be intimidated. Because you shouldn't be feeling like you just have access to anybody, or you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So if you're intimidated because you felt like my standard should have been lower, or I should have just accepted something or whatever, then absolutely you should be shaking in your boots. Because I don't want you thinking that that you should just be able to come over and do whatever. You know what I mean?
True.
But I don't. I think also like I think I don't want that to get misinterpreted as like that I'm an unkind person, because I don't think I'm like a genuinely unkind person. I think that like I was saying, I'm a hard ass, but it's like to do some of the stuff that I've done and continue to do, like there's no time to sort of sit around and be like, well, I don't know, maybe there's like no time for questions.
True.
You know?
Yeah,
If there's
especially
time
these
for
day and age where
questions,
people are very like manipulative and like they have this get over personality. It's like if there's
exactly.
anything in question, just let it go. So
Yeah. I know sometimes it's been strictly me being intimidating people that has kept me from people being manipulative or crossing boundaries. I know it's their fear of whatever repercussions might come out of it that has kept them from doing things that could have been even more detrimental to me. And so I don't look at intimidation for all people as like negative. If you have negative intentions and you're intimidated because you think there's going to be something, bad consequences for you in the end, absolutely be afraid, because you should fear the consequences of messing with somebody who's not bothering you. You know what I mean?
yeah, that's fair.
It's like in school, it's like if you don't think there's any consequences for you going up and hitting a teacher, then you're gonna go hit a teacher. But if
You're
you know I
sadly
might get expelled, what'd you say?
So you're sadly mistaken.
Yeah, like, but if you know I'm probably gonna get expelled, that's gonna go to my mom, that's gonna be this, and it's this long list of things coming down the pipeline. Yeah, you need to be intimidated by that rule. That's what the boundary is for. You know what I
True.
mean? And I'm not saying that it has to like keep you in total fear, but if your intention is bad in the first place, what do I care if you're afraid of the rule? You know?
Yeah.
That's how I think about it.
Just gotta have boundaries, and people are willing to push your boundaries to see how far they can go with you.
Most people are okay pushing boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
I
mean, I do think there's like a level of like natural boundary pushing, but like there has to also be like a level of respect, like with that. So,
agreed.
which
Yeah.
I feel like that's what lacks in a lot of people. It's just like I'm pushing and pushing and pushing till I can't push anymore to see how far I can like break you
You can
almost.
go, yeah. And it's just, I think especially being like women, young women who we are, people thrive off of pushing young women's boundaries. That's how some people get off on that. Seriously. Like, that's why so many, especially young people, get into precarious situations because somebody pushed a boundary that they really shouldn't have been pushing, right?
True.
Or whatever. And I just feel like at this point in my life, like my boundaries have to be like rock hard steel because people will push them. And like Caitlin said, despite as intimidating as I might come off to people, people still push.
Yeah.
All the time. They still don't care. So that's so like, I don't know. Yeah, it's wild. But all right, we'll go to my next question.
Okay.
Because I answered yours, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right. What is the first thing you notice about me? We're still on level 1, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the first thing you notice about me?
So, Courtney and I are twins. So the first thing I noticed about her was that she was stealing all my food in the wound.
Yes.
And yeah, we have like an interesting perspective here because I've never known life without Courtney. So I mean, I guess I don't really remember that. I've been told that I was like the smaller twin in the wound. So Courtney's stealing my food. She was right there. Homegirl.
Yeah. This was a hard question. Like when we were discussing this prior to the episode, it was like hard to answer these first questions because it's like, I mean,
Yeah.
how do you answer a first when you've been with somebody since conception?
Exactly.
What's
Like
the
I don't
first,
know anything
really?
about life without her. There is no recollection of without her.
Yeah. So I'm sure I had some sort of recollection of you as an infant.
Yeah.
But
like it never was like before. Like it was always like, okay, yeah, I was alive, she was alive.
yeah, there's never,
So there's no
before.
initial like, oh, I met you. I mean, I guess in utero.
Yeah. But
I mean, no
nobody's
kid
really
remembers
like,
that. So
nobody's conscious in utero.
yeah, no one remembers that. Nobody.
Exactly.
Anyways, okay. So your first impression.
First impression, I guess I'll take it back to like kindergarten.
Really?
Well, I mean, it's not that I had like an impression, but I remember being like, oh, that's my sister. That's my best friend.
Mm-hmm.
That's my first impression. And like playmate and like, you know,
true.
like giggle buddy.
Yeah.
That was my first impression.
Got
and then
it.
obviously as we grew up, we developed into different personalities.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, that's true.
But I wouldn't call it it really isn't an impression so much.
Yeah.
You know, because impressions are sort of quick. It's more like you discover about this person who's born with you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's what I'd say.
Yeah, okay, I'm trying to think like my first like memory of like, oh, you know what? That is my my recollection of like, okay, that's Courtney.
Mm-hmm.
It would probably be okay, I probably shouldn't say this. I'll record it. But my first recollection would probably be like when we were left at home by Aunt and we were on the couch hanging out. I was like, oh, okay, like we can do this. Like I got to take care of this person.
Yeah.
So I think that was like the first time that I actually remember in my own mind that I have not been told. It was like, I remember you were sitting there, I was sitting there, and we like, I think you like got down or something like that. And I got down too. And I was like, no, you got to go sit down. That's what he said. You got to sit down.
Yeah.
So I do remember that. That was my first recollection of like, okay, this is Courtney. Like, I know who that girl is. You know what I mean? She's cool. We can hang out together. I got to take care of this person. So, yeah.
We had to we were just, I mean, I would honestly say, especially going down there, we were just, he's calls frickin' frag. It was like that, actually, oddly enough. Like, it was very much, we were each other's keepers in different ways.
For sure.
And we were like little buddies, like little kids trying to go through life, but we were together. So Yeah.
Interesting.
That's interesting. Because I think you just, once you like start to become more conscious as a kid, you're like, yeah, that's my friend, or like that's my buddy. That's always here. And then you learn like, no, this is my sister. We are connected because we have the same parents, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I definitely didn't understand that concept. I was like, oh, she just lives with me. Like this person goes wherever I go. Yeah. I've never like thought about that. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So next question.
Your other question.
What about me is most strange or unfamiliar to you?
I'm thinking. I think like some of your interest, because we're like different now.
Yeah.
That's sort of strange to me because it's not me doing, it's not my exact interest. So that feels more strange to me because like I was saying, we're like connected by birth and life experiences, but we also are different people too. So like things that interest you, like I was mentioning earlier with the animals, it's not that I wouldn't love animals and haven't like we've taken care of animals together, but I think your bond goes deeper. And so it's like strange, but really beautiful at the same time. I'm like, I loved the animals that we had and I loved them hard, but I think you just connected to them on a soul level, you know?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's fair.
And so it's strange because I don't know if I have that ability.
I don't think it's that you don't. I just think like I understand the choice in not having this because you know there's restrictions that come with it. There's a whole bunch of stuff that comes with it, right? So I think that's fair.
Like that's what I would say is, and I hate to say, I don't like the word strange because it sounds negative, but it's more something I don't feel like is necessarily me directly.
True.
You know?
Which is fair because we're like individuals. So
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Mine would be something that's strange or unfamiliar. I probably have to agree and be like the interest because like a lot of things that like film and stuff like that, that's like odd to me because I just don't understand it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I like not necessarily interested in doing it, but there's like a level of respect there of like, oh, that's what she's interested in. She can educate me on those things. I can educate her on some other things. So I appreciate that about like our relationship these days because we are opposites. And then it's not like you're interested in everything I'm interested in, which I already know about, you know? There's always a level of like learning and sharing and whatnot that goes into it, which to me keeps any relationship interesting. So.
Yeah.
So that's your interest too. Even like when it comes to like makeup and stuff now and like your clothing options, it's like, it's cool to see because I'm just not interested in those things. And you are. So I learned a lot and like, you know, by proxy kind of get to like dress through you, you know what I mean? But I mean, it's just not something I'm necessarily interested in. So.
Yeah. Well, you used to steal my clothes.
That's true. But it would like, I would steal it and I would not be cute. Like, girl, you should have just left that in the closet.
I didn't think you dress bad. I just think like you have to really be attentive to style to do it well. Like it's and I know why some people just don't put the effort in. You have to be very attentive to it actually.
Yeah. And I would literally like go grab a shirt, for example, and like put some jeans on. Like, that's not how you do that, sweet cheeks. That's just not how you do it. So like now I'm just like, I understand that. I'm just like, just stay away. Like, just not necessarily stay away, but if I'm going to do it, do it. If you're not, just don't, don't halfway. Yeah. And I also too, like, you cannot let the clothes wear you. You have to wear the clothes. You know what I mean? The clothes are wearing me.
Yeah. A lot of people think if I just put it on, I'm doing it right. But
yeah, and it looks good. And it did it.
That is like, no, it's how you wear it. It's how you feel about what you're wearing too. And it's, to me, style really has to come from within. Like you got to really like yourself to put on nice, like to look. You know what I mean? I think so.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, I mean, me
opinion.
personally, I'm just more of a comfort person. Like I'm all about comfort. Like I can put on a really cute outfit, but I can promise you by the time I leave the house, it's going to be comfort. So it's,
I'll sacrifice comfort for the look.
Which is so odd because our parents are literally both dressers. Like they're both like very into like looking cute, dressing up. And I'm like, I don't know how I got here because your girl is definitely like sweatpants and a t-shirt, like all time. Leggings and a t-shirt. I don't even wear jeans anymore. It's literally leggings, sweatpants, possibly some like Norts. So I'm really giving like soccer mom on a Saturday every day. At all times. I'm definitely giving mom vibes. So I dress up for work, but like it's definitely like almost the same thing. Some comfortable pants and a nice little blouse, shirt, whatever. I'm not about to try. I can promise you that.
I get that. That's so wild because I was the one who plays sports, so I always look kind of like bummy as far as sports are concerned, or at least like athletic, which is not exactly dressed up. But I always did, like, as hard as I had to go with the athletic look, I like flipped it 360 at all times, like during the school year, and had like, you wouldn't even know I was an athlete if you like looked at me like just at 2:00 in the middle of the day. You wouldn't know. Like I like need that dual personality. If that's like sounds so weird, but like I have to have both. I have to have both lanes.
That's fair.
Yeah. It's like you can get down and dirty, but you gotta like clean it up too,
Yeah. See, I'm down and dirty. Stay down and dirty. Give me some Norts and I'm good. Give me some sweatpants and I'm extra good.
Yeah, but I do get like casual. I get casual wear because like
that's like you get casual. Your casual is still dressy.
Huh?
Your casual is still dressy.
Yeah, I don't wear leggings like that. I just when you cut out leggings.
Do you own any?
I have plenty of them. I wear them occasionally. It's just like when I was driving out to LA, I was only wearing leggings pretty much because I knew it was in my car. I just wanted to go, and I didn't want to dig through my bags or whatever. But yeah, even me driving out to LA, the biggest bulk of stuff I brought was my clothes. Like I collect clothes.
That's odd to me.
Yeah.
You'd be so disappointed to see my closet these days. I promise you. You'd be like, Catelyn, what is this? Yeah, I found it at Goodwill.
Well, the thing is, I have a thrift shop too, so like, it's not like a price thing for me. It's just, I guess, because I consider clothing kind of like it's like wearable art, so I collect it.
That's fair. So yeah, no, I definitely like go to like the sweatshirt section and be like, oh my god, this is so cute. Yeah, well, opposites do attract. So maybe that's how we got here. Our souls were like, we're opposites.
Exactly. Or, I mean, I think we just have learned to appreciate, like, this is who you are, this is who I am. And there's beauty in each space, And
we're also fraternal. So, like, we're genetically even different. So, that concept also helps with the rationale. Like, we're legit two different individuals. And so, yeah, we have different interests, and that's okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. What's your next question?
My next question is, let me get it up. Ooh, this is a good one. If MySpace were still a thing, what would my profile song be?
Let's see.
I didn't even know they had, like, we were too young for MySpace, so I didn't even know they had profile songs.
I didn't either. MySpace, I think your song would be something like older, maybe like R&B.
Yeah. One of my favorite songs, like favorite R&B 90s songs.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I feel like maybe some D'Angelo. Maybe like Lady. I can see that.
That's not my favorite song though. I don't know if I told you my favorite song. I probably haven't told you, but
I can see D'Angelo. Is it Brown Sugar or Higher?
No, that's not my favorite. But I do. I mean, I would put D'Angelo on there. Like that's in the realm of possibility for sure.
Got it. Okay. So what's the favorite song?
So my favorite song actually is a Brandy song. It's from the Wait and Exhale soundtrack, Sitting Up in My Room.
Oh, okay, yeah. I can see that. That's fair.
Sitting Up in My Room. I listen to that song all the time. Love that song.
I mean, I've like heard it through you, but like I don't just like listen to it.
Sitting Up in My Room. When I discovered that song, because I like rediscover.
I used to blast it. Oh,
blasting Sitting Up in My Room.
Jesus.
That's like solid R&B right there. Okay, solid.
It is. It really is. I'm going to give that to you. And that's a solid piece of quality content,
Yeah.
That's fair.
And
okay, what about me?
On the vocals. Yours would definitely be like a neo soul indie track, something they play at Urban Outfitters. Like Cleo Soul might be one.
Yeah, Cleo Soul.
You used to listen to somebody named Birdie. I don't know if you listen to that anymore.
Oh, I love Birdie. Yeah, she's great. Well, old Birdie. I don't really know about new Birdie.
Or like, I'm trying to think. I feel like these indie band names have like be so random.
Yeah, they are. They don't like really have any relevance.
like definitely somebody like Cleo Soul. Are you used to listen to Sabrina Claudio, right?
I love her too. She's great. She shouldn't be kind of problematic or was, but
any of those songs you would hear at Urban Outfitters, basically.
Yeah, that playlist, just put that on my MySpace. Where to go with that? Yeah, that's fair. I definitely love Birdie still, but old Birdie, and definitely love Sabrina still. Listen to her faithfully.
Mm-hmm.
Two Blues, that's my dog. Frank Ocean, literally anything Frank Ocean, you can just put that on there. That's great. Literally love him.
Oh yeah, Frank Ocean.
You can throw some Beyonce on there too, like old Beyonce. This new album, not it, but anything else, put that on there too. What else? Yeah, that's probably like all you probably would know. Cleo Soul, oh my god, that is my girl. Yes. Also, Anita Baker. I really want to go to one of her concerts, and like new tickets, too expensive.
Seriously.
So yeah.
I don't know if she's even going on tour anymore. I think that was her last tour.
Yeah, I think that was, and that's why they were so expensive.
Yeah, she might do.
Anita, nobody can pay that. Like, ma'am.
But I don't think she's going on tour anymore. She got to be in her 60s.
Yeah, she's getting on up there. I guess it's fair, but
she probably was like, I can't keep doing this.
Seriously, I don't blame her.
Yeah, neither do I.
All right. What do I think I'm most like? What do you think I'm most likely to splurge on?
Something for your animals or a car.
Probably the animals.
Yeah, you're gonna pay that vet bill. I don't care.
Oh yeah, faithfully. Oh yeah, they're gonna go get checked out. They're gonna get anything they want, pretty much.
They're gonna get their treats. They're gonna get their vet care. They're gonna get their proper nutrition and hay.
Yep, I'm literally in the store like every other day getting freaking bunny veggies.
Yeah, their veggies. They're going to get it. Period. And you're like, why does someone still think they're entitled?
I make them that way.
You go to the store every other day.
I know, right? Honey, don't be late now. Don't be late. I'm telling you, they'll start flipping bricks.
Your check is my check.
Honey, they don't even know what a check is, and they already feel entitled.
Exactly.
It's giving real life ghetto.
Seriously. I think that's what you're most likely to splurge on. Or like a vacation.
Probably not even that, because then I have to like pay somebody to watch the animals.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, so maybe it's just
the animals. It's literally the animals. That's true. Okay. What do I think you're most likely to splurge on? Goodwill. That's what it is. Goodwill. Not even shopping. Goodwill.
Just Goodwill.
Seriously, not even literally. Seriously, not even shopping. Literally Goodwill. I'm not making this up.
But the thing is, like, I find the goods at the Goodwill. It's not like I come up short at Goodwill.
Facts. That's so true. Literally, like if Courtney's somewhere, you can better believe she's at a Goodwill. If Courtney ever like something happened to Courtney, I'm like, did you check the Goodwills? Did you check? Are you sure she's not at his house? Are you positive?
Or like some thrift store around? Because
seriously,
yeah,
y'all gotta check there first. Now, don't get all anxious until you check there. Okay,
so you check the thrift store.
Seriously. No, I'm not even joking. I'm dead serious.
I think I would splurge on that or some of my artwork. I would probably splurge or spend what I needed to spend. Well, I don't know. I
Yeah,
cut
that's
corners
true.
with artwork, but I would spend
Yeah, I
it.
feel like you're a little cheaper when it comes to your artwork. You're like, okay, no, let's do this instead of this because it saves money.
Yeah,
Versus with Goodwill, you're just like, oh, this is it. Like,
this is it.
yeah,
Because I'm never going to get it again. I know I'm never going to find that ever again.
very true. Very
My
true.
artwork, I know I can finesse a little, get the same look somehow, some way.
Yeah, true.
Even if I can Photoshop it. But
That's
Goodwill,
fair.
it's good as gone if you leave it right there.
Very true. Yeah, no, that's so true. If you leave it, it's probably not going to be there. So,
Yeah, and the thing about Goodwill is it's always unique stuff because you never know. Like nobody in the vicinity is probably going to have that.
very true.
Very
true. Yeah. Okay, what's your question?
Okay, my question is, let me pull it up. What does my Instagram tell you about me? This is good.
Okay, so Courtney has 2 Instagrams. She has a regular Instagram, and then she has her like her aesthetic, like clothing Instagram. It's almost like a model page. It's giving very like aesthetically pleasing, very 2000s girl, very like just like it's like an aesthetic, you know what I mean? Like you know how Tumblr used to be back in the day, where you like would have pictures of these things like scrolling. It's giving very like Tumblr vibes.
My Instagram, my style Instagram.
Yeah, like your style Instagram is giving very like Tumblr. Like you would see that and you're like, oh my God, yes, I want to dress like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Very much to me, and like kind of like almost Barbie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what it's giving.
You know what's so weird? I've decided that like I have like, like I'm like more preoccupied with Barbie than I thought I was. Like it's a weird like preoccupation, like the like standard, white girl thing like that. I don't know why that's like a preoccupation of mine, but it is. Everything is like artistically.
Really?
I need to like make it Barbie somehow. Like, would Barbie approve? Like, I don't know. Or it's just interesting, I guess, because I consider Barbie like she's so like standard and typical, but also so problematic at the same time.
Yeah, that's true. That's fair.
So that's why I guess it interests me as well. Same thing with like the Kardashians. They just interest me and disgust me at the same time. And that's why it's interesting.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, but yeah.
All right.
But so you think that about my style Instagram? What do you think about my art Instagram? Is it just like artists sharing information?
So our Instagram, I think, is like kind of like the opposite. It's more of like a critique on just like society, really, right? So, yeah, that's what I say about the art. Art is more of a critique, and your style is more of like early 2000s, fun, aesthetically pleasing, having a good time. So, it's kind of like night and day. You get best of both worlds kind of thing.
Yeah, that's why I had to separate them.
True.
Different.
It was a little confusing.
I was trying to streamline, because I used to just post everything to the artist one, and I was like, we got to streamline it.
Yeah, I feel that.
So
get a little consistency going.
Exactly. But yeah, I think your Instagram, well, you deleted Instagram for a long time. So you went ghost for a very long time. But I think your Neutral's Instagram like definitely screams more that holistic, plant mom. I have animals.
Wait, which Instagram?
Your Neutral's Instagram.
Oh yeah. Very like natural. Yeah.
Even Keiko Talks is very neutral as well.
Mm-hmm. So, well, you can tell I handle that. You can tell because it's just the same vibe.
Brown and sort of like
natural,
these, like earth tones and like yeah. But I mean,
you probably really can tell.
Yeah, you really can. Those colors are very calming. Versus when you compare my Instagram colors are sort of loud and like almost primary colors and
and like highlighter pinks. I'm like, oh my God, my eyes.
Orange and green or whatever. Even my artist Instagram is a little more loud, Yeah. So yeah, but it's sort of calming looking at those colors, I think.
For sure. Yeah, that's fair.
Neutrals or on Keiko Talks.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it's different. I'm cool with it though.
Yeah, me too.
Speaking of, I'm about to do another fashion shoot pretty soon.
Check it out.
Check it out.
Instagram link in the bio.
Seriously.
Okay, next question. What reality show do you think I'm most likely to binge watch? Explain.
Ooh, this is good. Well, you used to be a reality show watcher. You really did.
For
Like
sure.
at the height of reality shows, Catelyn only watched
I was there.
shows. And I used to be
100%.
like,
Why?
I used to be like, what the fuck? Like, what the heck? You know,
I'm talking
I mean?
everything mob wise. Real Housewives of Atlanta, the VH1, what is it? The Black Ink Crew. I'm talking any reality TV show. I was there. And I knew all the details. They used to call me the Sunrise News at home because I knew all the details. Good times.
You will be pissed if people were like stopping your shows or not.
Do not stop my recording.
Not watching your like it was so wild because Catelyn was so reality TV and I was so sitcom, so anti-reality TV.
Seriously.
Yeah. But yeah, you watch Black Ink Crew is like what comes to mind.
Oh my God, yeah, all the time. What else I used to watch? The Kardashians I watched for a long time.
Kardashians. Did you used to watch Teen Mom for a while?
Oh yeah, Teen Mom, love that. All the seasons.
Yeah.
Even the spin-offs, I watched all of those.
Yeah.
What else? Literally any reality show that you can think of, I was probably watching it. So yeah.
I didn't really the only one I really used to sort of get into was Real Housewives of Atlanta. Just because I thought Nene was just such a character.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah. So I used to get into that one, but that was honestly pretty much it.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, let me see. What reality show did you think you're most likely? Courtney really didn't watch reality TV show. Like she said, most likely the Real Housewives of Atlanta. But other than that, she didn't really like, reality wasn't her thing. She would watch like Who's the Boss, I Dream of Jeannie, older shows like that. I Love Lucy. Anything that was before.
I still watch sitcoms to this day.
Anything it made in like 1649. That's what she used to watch.
I recently started rewatching the Bernie Mac show.
Oh, gross.
It's officially old enough now to be like classic.
You cannot.
It's pretty good.
You think so?
I mean, it's an interesting filming style. They filmed it almost like a mockumentary.
True. That's true.
So it's not
all right. So what's your next card?
So this is my last question for level 1. This is get up. What subject do you think I thrived in at school? Did I fail any?
So Courtney definitely did not fail any. I think the subjects you probably thrived in were all subjects. Courtney was an IB, so
No, okay, math, math and science was not my thing. I struggled through that.
Okay, it wasn't your thing, but I don't think you really struggled. Like,
oh girl, I
feel like you think so? Okay, maybe in IB, but like in regular classes, I don't, because IB was that was freaking astronaut math and science. Yeah. Okay, so it was. I don't even think college level math is on that level.
Yeah,
I don't think college level math is on that level.
I don't think
so. I think everybody was
that at 17. I don't know.
Seriously. But okay, Courtney definitely was really good in English and in history though, phenomenal. Yeah, those were her things. So
or social studies, English,
or art classes. You think you took some art classes too?
I took a couple art classes, which is what I end up obviously trying to do with my life. So there we go. Yeah. But yeah, I think your subjects that you strove in were the opposite. It was more the maths, more the sciences, when you're
those are great.
And yeah, all of those. And it's we just couldn't have been more night and day in that realm, honestly.
I think I'm also very analytical. You're very just free thinking, free minds, hearts are open, Yeah. Very like inventive, creative. You know, I'm very like, okay, give me a formula. I got you.
Yeah.
Plug it in, get your output, you know? So, yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah. It was like the stuff that I just like, I had to make myself get through like sciences and maths and stuff. Like it wasn't just I was like having a great time doing that kind of thing. I was just like, I was trying to keep up with the expectation of the grades more than anything for those classes.
True. I feel that. Yeah. Versus like me, I was like in English, like I would literally say I knew I needed to write a paper for months. It didn't really matter. I would write it the day before, staying up at all godly times of the night and say, hey, Courtney, can you read this? Or Mom, can you read this? And Courtney would typically tell me no, because like I'm going to sleep. Mom would like try to like crack her eye open and read it. But like all that grammatical editing and stuff like that, you were just getting this paper teacher.
Yeah.
I used to always make like B's on my papers just because I would not edit. Like, who cares? But I mean, it is important. So I hate to say that, who cares? But back then I was just like, you either read it or you don't. Okay.
Yeah.
And I think I had like a private thing with a teacher, and she was not, those little meetings they have. And she was just like, why don't you edit your papers? And I'm like, and mind you, I'm in AP. So it wasn't that I didn't have the ability. I'm in AP. Yeah. And she was just like, why don't you edit your papers? I'm just like, I'm just not in the mood. I write these things the night before, lady. Edit. Who has time for that?
I wish I would have had, as far as like English is concerned, I wish I would have been introduced to creative writing earlier, because so much of school, they kill like any kind of joy that comes out of writing, because they make it like essay based and everything has to be, this like explanatory, like get your sources and you have to explain. And like, that is one form of writing, but that's such a small group of, I don't say small, but that is one form of writing. And it's not that that's bad, but writing is also a pleasurable experience when you're able to put your own self, your ideas or whatever into it. At least for me it is. Now, maybe everybody doesn't enjoy coming up with stories or whatever, but I wish I would have been exposed to creative writing so much earlier versus just essays, because I actually really did not like writing like that until I got to be in college when I started doing creative writing. That's when I was like, I like writing.
Really?
And that's when I was like, I want to continue creatively writing and become a writer.
That's interesting. I didn't know that.
Until college, because until then, when you study English and even English literature in college, it's all essays. All of it's essays. Is very small creative, time, unless you take certain workshops and stuff. And so I took one final workshop my second semester, spring year of senior year. It was a short story workshop. And I was like, I love this. Why was I not doing this years ago? Because I would have, and now, I write on my own and I write stuff all the time, but it's like, I didn't know how much I enjoyed it when it's creative, when I get to really craft the narrative.
That's the worst to me. Like, give me a prompt, give me what I need, and I can give you a paper. But for me to come up with it, child,
that's crazy.
You were really asking for a lot.
Well, the thing is, I always liked reading. So it wasn't that I didn't I love fiction. I love reading novels, but I wouldn't have, for some reason, nobody had explained to me that you could actually like write these things yourself. Like there's an art form to this and you can do it. Nobody had really,
it's very like formula based at school. Like read a book, write a paper.
Yeah. And I think that's a skill to have. But if you're going into the academic realm where you're actually like, testing theories or not testing theories, but like when you're writing academic papers, that's what you need to do, is that essay style.
Yeah, that's true.
You need to know that. But how many people go into the academic realm and become professors and have their work published in journals and stuff? Seriously. Not that many.
Oh, yeah, very few.
Exactly. So I'm like, it's not that I don't think that we should be doing that stuff. It's just, I think that you got to expand it. Explain, at least there is an option to be creative with writing, Because most of the books and stuff we're studying are fictional, which means somebody creatively wrote that. That wasn't, reality. So anyway, that's my diatribe. And I mourn for little me, because I could have been writing short stories at 15, but I wasn't, because I just hated essays. But yeah, so did I answer your part of the question?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I mentioned that
Yeah, you
like
said
math.
science and math. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, you want to move on to level 2 then?
Yep.
So that is a wrap on level 1 perception. We appreciate you guys listening to us play We're Not Really Strangers, and we hope that you guys enjoyed the game enough to maybe go buy the game and play it yourselves. This is definitely one of my favorites, so definitely go grab it. Either check it out on their website. I think it's we're not really strangers.com or something like that. Just look it up. It's there. And I got mine from Target, but they do have like additional packs and whatnot where you can do, there's like a healing one, a self-love one. I think there's like a couples one, a family one, the regular one, obviously. So definitely go check it out, and I will put the link down in the description as well. So join us in the next one where we will be talking about the connection level, which is level 2. We'll be answering those questions, and then in the following episode, we'll be doing level 3, and that round is called reflection. So we hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye.